Interviews, in-depth weather, and more. It's Terry Henne and his Farm Show on 100.5 and 790 News Radio WSGW and online WSGW.com.
A partly cloudy good morning to some of you, mostly cloudy for others. I hope you're having a good day wherever you might be. I'm Terry Henne here at Radio Center, along with me, Matthew Lester, and we're looking at partly cloudy skies right now. We have had glimpses of sun, and it looks as though that's the way it's going to continue as we go through the remainder of the day. Tonight, though, the clouds will thicken up just a little bit, and once again, Mother Nature's going to remind us that it is winter time, not only with the temperatures, but also a little bit of snow, some snow flurries around. Some of the areas that normally do get some lake effect type activity, whether it be in northern Michigan or over in Michigan's thumb, I wouldn't be a bit surprised if we see somewhere around 1 inch of snow by tomorrow morning for some of those areas right now. Quite a bit of snow, a very interesting day yesterday. Interesting in that the morning drive was chaotic. As we went through the day, things really cleared off. And by the afternoon commute, for a lot of you, you were just looking at wet pavement or not even wet pavement. It was just a very unusual day as a system, a very rapidly moving Clipper system did loop down across the extreme southern portions of the Lower Peninsula and gave some folks a little bit of snow, in some cases close to a half a foot of snow. Matthew, temperature-wise, again, fairly chilly for this time of the year here at noon. What have we got?
Yeah, so over at the airport, it's cloudy at 27. Over in Midland, it's cloudy at 28. Here at Radio Center, it's cloudy at 27. We have northwest winds at 10 miles per hour, and our pressure's at 30.10, and it's falling.
We had close to 6 inches of snow unofficially in some portions of Midland County. We broke a record yesterday out at MBS International Airport. We officially reported 5 inches of snow. The old record was 4.4, and that was set back in 1980. Or I should say 1990. So it's been a little while since we've seen this much snow on a February the 15th, but that's what we got. Today's record is 6 inches. That was set back in 1954, and I think that one's going to stand for another year. And I got a funny feeling that a lot of the snow records for this time of the year, whether it be February or March, are probably going to stand, as we're not really expecting a whole lot of Mother Nature depositing a lot of snow at us. But obviously anything and everything can happen, and it doesn't take much for a snow like yesterday to hit, because, I mean, yesterday our high was 38 and our low was 27, and we picked up that much snow in a relatively short period of time. Other areas of the state, I don't know if they were records, but in some cases came pretty close. Flint down at Bishop Airport picked up 2.7 inches of snow, and that's not far off from their record. White Lake, Ann Arbor, down in that area, they picked up just under 2 inches, and in that particular case, it did break a record there. Chesaning had 3 inches. A couple locations in the immediate Saginaw area, whether it be Saginaw Township or downtown, they were looking at 3 inches of snow. Owasso had 3. Over in the Thumb area, Caro and Cass City reported a couple inches of snow. The Bad Axe area close to 3 inches. Fillion also looking at 3 inches of snow. But the further south you got, if there was an inch, that was about it. The majority of the locations, a trace of snow. And as we mentioned before, the chances of rain were much greater down in that part of the state. Alpena, 6 inches of snow on the ground as of right now. Houghton Lake has 4. Charlevoix looking at 3. Detour Village looking at a half a foot. East Jordan has 5 inches. The Gaylord area, 6 inches on the ground. Gladwin, you have 3. The Harrisville area has 5 inches. Mayo is looking at 5. Standish reporting 4 inches of snow on the ground. Traverse City 3, West Branch looking at 4. And again, as we said, the Sioux, they picked up a little bit better than 5, but altogether over a 48-hour period, the Sioux has 8 inches of snow on the ground. Other than that, that's pretty much it. You got to go into the Upper Peninsula before you see anything more. But most of the reporting stations in the UP are not looking at a whole lot more snow than what we just talked about in the Lower Peninsula. Manistee, the only location that I've been able to find that has more than 5 or 6 inches. They're looking at just under a foot of snow in the Marquette area. And also in Manistee, they're looking at reports of close to a foot of snow there. As I said, by the time the day is all done, 29 is going to be our high, 17 is going to be our low. There will be a chance of a few flurries around, a light breeze as we go through the remainder of the day. Light snow tonight and early tomorrow morning, accumulating snow in lake effect type areas. Sun will set this evening at 6:08, rise tomorrow morning at 7:32. And during the day tomorrow, mostly cloudy skies, some light snow, especially in the Thumb and in northern Michigan, because we will be looking at a west breeze about 15 miles per hour. So 23 degrees is going to feel a lot colder than that tomorrow. Tomorrow night, we're really not going to drop off all that much, maybe a degree, and that's going to be about it. Still some snow showers around, especially in northern Michigan. The winds are going to pick up tomorrow afternoon and tomorrow night. It's going to be breezy. Southwest wind gusting to 30 miles per hour overnight on Saturday night and during the day, the early morning hours on Sunday. And right now it looks as though that wind is going to continue going through a good part of the day on Sunday. Sunday's high will be 34. The low will be 20. But again, there will be a wind chill. West wind gusting to 30 miles per hour on Sunday. Partly cloudy skies. Winds will die down on Sunday night. Looking for a low of about 20. Then on Monday, partly cloudy skies. 38 for a high. 26 for a low. Tuesday, partly cloudy skies. 46 for a high. 36 for a low. Then on Wednesday, with clouds moving in, 48 for a high. 38 for a low. The chance of precipitation moving in on Wednesday night. And then during the day on Thursday, we'll have some rain showers around. 47 for a high on Thursday. Temperatures will drop down just a little bit as we go into the beginning of next weekend. But for the most part, we will be running above average on the temperatures all the way through the end of February. Precipitation tallies will be average. The coldest ever, 16th of February, 1979. 10 was our high, 12 below zero was our low, and that was a record. The warmest ever, 16th of February, 1921. 60 was our high, 28 was our low. More on the weather as we go through the broadcast. Standing by, Matthew, who do we have?
Up next, we have Gary Kaufman from Star of the West, and we also have Doug Klein from Oppenheimer.
But before we get to them, we want to remind you, the weather forecast brought to you today by the folks at Nutrien Ag Solutions.
Nutrien Ag Solutions has the local expertise to recommend the corn, soybean, and other seed products that are the best fit for your field. Plus, unparalleled agronomic support with products and services to unlock yield potential and improve crop performance from planting to harvest. Ask about our financing options to help you get more from every acre and lead the field. Visit your local Nutrien Ag Solutions branch or go to nutrienagsolutions.com.
They say there's a secret to growing a great crop. At Nutrien Ag Solutions, they beg to differ. It all starts with a strong foundation, and when it comes to fertilizer, there's no question that Titan XE drives dry fertilizer performance. They've been unlocking the potential in every prill of dry fertilizer with biocatalyst technology for over a decade. Visit lpi.ag/Titan or contact your Nutrien Ag Solutions crop consultant to drive your crop's potential today. Farm Service brought to you today by the folks at Steiner Tractor. They want to remind folks that the Carroll Farm Toy Show is going to be held next Saturday, February the 24th. That'll be at the Brentwood in Caro. It's the 20th annual Farm Collectibles and Toy Show being put on by the Thumb Area Old Engine and Tractor Association. Activity starts at 8:30 in the morning on Saturday the 24th, goes until 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Vendors will be displaying farm toys, antiques, collectibles, and literature. This is a buy, sell, swap event. Admission is a $3 donation for adults. Children 12 and under are admitted free. For more information, just go online, carotractorshow.com. That's CARO, carotractorshow.com. Farm Service also brought to you today by the folks at Aqueous. What is it? Well, it's money in your pocket. Aqueous Growthful is a clear liquid that's easy to add to any of your current cultivation application methods, whether it's drip line, center pivot, broadcast, or aerial. Growthful also works well with fertilizers, pesticides, fungicides, and herbicides, and can be added to tanks with other chemicals to be applied in the same application with no additional effort or labor costs. For more information on it, just go to aqueus.com or call 231-412-2420. Aqueous. Grow bigger, grow faster, grow more. We say good morning to Gary Kaufman over at Star of the West. And Gary, once again, the market's kind of trending to the downside pretty much all week. What's been going on today?
Yeah, Jerry, you're exactly right. It's been a tough week in the grains again. Since last Friday's close for the week here, we're down about 34 on wheat, 12 on corn, and 14 on beans. But at least the beans are on the positive today. Corn and wheat are still on the negative side again today. But corn futures again reached a new contract low overnight session, and 6 of the last 8 trading days, March corn has fallen to a new low. And we had the outlook, information or data from yesterday was pretty much as expected, and as expected, it was a kind of a bearish reaction. The markets are still reeling a little bit from that, even though soybeans are up a little bit today. But yeah, between all the data that we got from the Ag Outlook Forum and beneficial weather in South America continues, it's tough to get any positives on the board lately. So
I guess I was kind of curious about the wheat because wheat had really been hard hit here.
Yeah, the wheat again, we're seeing to, for the world, wheat kind of trades on the world market, Terry, and we're, again, aggressive offers from the Black Sea seems to be, leading the way where, for the U.S. to be competitive in the export market. The wheat market's got to go down, unfortunately. But, and then plentiful old crop, we just have plentiful old crop stocks continue to weigh pretty much on the world wheat markets. And, and then the Ag Forum outlook we got yesterday, even though, wheat acres were down overall, 47 million acres from about 49.6 a year ago. So, yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, however, with demand down, we're still up about 111 million bushels year over year as far as the stocks go. So, yeah, it's just trying to find, just kind of the, a very slow fundamental grain news cycle we're in. So, the Ag Forum data gets probably more attention than it deserves, but that data yesterday was not a market mover on the upside for sure. So,
boy, I guess so. And I know a lot of farmer sentiment right now. They're looking at the markets and then they're hearing what some of the folks are talking about when it comes to the political situation in Washington, what's happening there with the Farm Bill. It's no surprise that farmers are really, you go to a meeting, they're very optimistic, but there's a lot of pessimism right now in the agricultural sector. And I really don't know exactly what it's going to take to kind of get things moving back just a little bit.
Well, one thing that's kind of the wild card, I guess, Terry, is these managed funds are at record short positions, and at some point in time they're going to have to cover those shorts, and that's buying them back. But the question becomes, how low do we got to go before that even starts? That's the answer. So
yeah. So on the board right now, what do you have?
Yeah, right now, Cherry, let's call cash wheat down 4 at 543 on the white, 453 on the red. New crop is down 6 at 559 on the white, 479 on the red. Cash corn down a penny, 337. New crop is, let's call it unchanged, Terry, at 392. Cash soybeans currently up 7 at 1084, and new crop up 7 at 1068.
You have a nice weekend, Gary.
Thank you. You too, Terry.
All righty. We'll talk to you again on Monday. Oh, yeah, Monday. No markets, right? Nope. I'm sorry. He took off. No markets on Monday because of the President's Day holiday, but obviously we're going to have a show on Monday, and I'm quite sure Gary will be along with us. So stay tuned for that. A little bit more insight as to what these markets have been doing and what we can look forward to down the road. Market Report is brought to you by the folks at Thumb Bank, serving the needs of agriculture for well over 125 years. 13 locations to serve you in the Thumb and the Great Lakes Bay region. Thumb Bank, where relationships are built on trust. And by the folks at Schaefer and Beerline. You're looking for a new Ram 1500, a Ram heavy-duty pickup, ProMaster van, or Ram commercial truck, and you want to buy with confidence from a business-linked dealer that knows what customer satisfaction truly is. Now is the time to go to Schaefer and Beerline in Frankenmuth, where family and service sells cars. What are we looking at as far as the Board of Trade goes? Well, right now the corn on the March contract is down a penny. That would make it 416 3/4. The May contract is at 428 3/4. That is also down 1. Soy's on the Chicago Board of Trade up 7.5. The March contract 1169 3/4. The May contract is at 1172. That is up 6. Wheat March contract at 562 3/4. That is down 4 1/4. The May contract is at 561. That is down 6 1/4. Over on the Mercantile Exchange, the cattle complex continues to be quite strong. We're ranging anywhere from $1 to almost $3.50 to the positive side. Pork complex is trading negative, but not a big swing, 20 cents to about 35 cents. Crude oil, the March contract is currently 78.35. That would make it up 32 cents. Market Report and Farm Service brought to you today by the folks at Freeland Bean and Grain. Remember, they're ready to go when you are in 2024. They've got a great selection of products from Sure Crop and Nature's that will keep your crops looking good and will help you to increase your yields. Along with that comes the help of certified crop advisor Vic Hupfer, who's got a lot of answers to questions that you might have. Give him a call. Work with the folks at Freeland Bean and Grain because since 1983, serving you has been their business. Matthew, who do we have on tap right now?
Up next, we have Kim Weiss from Lingle Equipment.
Good morning, Kim. How's things going?
Good, Terry. Good morning to you guys. And the word of the day is subcompact. And in the Kubota subcompact line is the BX23 tractor loader backhoe. That is a little subcompact tractor with a 6-foot backhoe on it. It's digging depth. Now, can you go down 6 foot in the Michigan, central Michigan clay? No, it's not going to have that power. But for that 2 foot, 1 foot stuff, if you're digging in for a tree or you want to plant some shrubs, or I sell a lot of these to electricians that are burying conduit in the ground, or plumbers that are hooking up wood burners outside these outside wood burners. They're a great tractor for that. It's got a front loader on it. You can take the backhoe off and use it for a 3-point hitch and use different attachments on the back, or you can put a belly mower on it, or you take the backhoe off, take the loader off, put a snowblower or a broom or a blade on the front. Great utility tractor. I have 2 of them here. They've got the new R14 hybrid tires. Driving on your lawn is not a problem. I've got them on sale, $25,100. But here's the kicker. Kubota has promo financing rebate of $1,500. They got promo financing of up to 1.99% for 84 months. Still a great deal. Or you can do 0% for 60 months. Or if, let's just say, you're tax man now with tax season here, and he says, hey, you got to spend some money before taxes or something to that nature, there's a $2,500 cash rebate. Give me a call here at Lingle Equipment. We're right alongside I-75, south of the Milwaukee Bridge, off the I-75 and M81 Washington Road exit. Or give me a call at 989-754-7801. Or send me an email, and I'll send you that stuff back at k.weiss, W-E-I-S-S, at lingle1.com.
Kim, you have a great weekend.
You too, Terry. And a guy asked me this morning, hey, how many of them punchkis you think Terry had at the Wednesday show? And I said, well, if he's smart, he says 2. The first one and the last one. What was in the middle doesn't matter. Have a good weekend, guys.
You hit it right on the head, Kim. Take care.
There you go. Take care.
Kim Weiss over at Lingle Equipment. The Michigan wheat growers, they're going to be having their annual meeting. That's coming up on Wednesday, February the 21st at the Eagle Eye Conference Center on Chandler Road in Bath. Registration, go online at miwheat.org for more information or to register. From what I understand, registration is a little bit light, so it might be a very good idea to register now, because that's how they set, as far as the menu goes, how many people are going to be able to eat. So if you want a meal and you haven't registered, might be a good idea to go to the Michigan Wheat Growers website at miwheat.org for more information and to register. Along with us right now, who do we have, Matthew?
Up next, we have Chuck Servinski from Maple Hill. Mr. Chuck, how are you doing today?
Hey, pretty good. A little snow. We had a little change of seasons here.
Well, I guess so, but nothing is changing as far as what's going on at Maple Hill, because I know a lot of folks are thinking spring.
Definitely, and they're starting to plan outdoor garden projects, and of course, we've got everything you need to do that when it comes to soils with the complete line of Morgan Composting Dairy Dew products in both bagged and bulk.
Now, let's talk a little bit about organic, Chuck.
Pretty much everything that Dairy Dew has is organic. There's not a lot of junk stuff blended in with it. It's all organic, and it really does a nice job when you're doing a garden. Not a lot of extra work. You don't have to do a lot of extra fertilizer, but there's a lot of different products that they have. I think we're up to 10 or 12 different bagged products, and we've even got it in yard and a half super sacks as well.
And again, the granular fertilizers, you're pretty good there too.
Yeah, they've got 3 different ones. Healthy Garden, which you're going to use on your garden throughout the summer, and you can use that on flowers as well. Safe Green Lawn, which is primarily a lawn fertilizer, and then they have an all-purpose 844, and then also quite a diverse line of liquid products as well with their blaster products.
So if we want to know a little bit more about it, all we got to do is stop by.
And we'll show you how to do it with Dairy Dew and Morgan Composting products.
Very good. Chuck, thanks a lot. You have a great weekend, okay?
You too. We'll talk to you next week.
Talk to you next week. Chuck Servinski over at Maple Hill. Along with us now, who do we have, Matthew?
Up next, we have Stephanie Zelenko from AgroLiquid.
Hi, Stephanie. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
What's going on these days? What are they asking?
Well, I've been out and about, the spring-like weather we had for a while. We did see a couple guys out finishing up harvest if they hadn't gotten that done yet. And I've also seen some guys taking advantage of that dry soil to work ground. But going to meetings, the biggest thing I've heard is guys are actually delaying purchasing, which is a little bit concerning to me. I think they're kind of looking at where interest rates are and waiting for commodity prices to kind of balance out or get a little bit better for us. So they're delaying those decisions, and that's just concerning because making sure we have product in hand at planting is always the best. And so if we delay those decisions, it's going to make logistic issues later on.
Now, as far as what's going on right now, are guys taking delivery on products?
those that have made the decisions to purchase, they are taking delivery. Things are moving a little bit slower, but like I said, there's a lot of guys that still haven't made that decision to buy yet. Just kind of waiting to see how the markets turn out before they make those decisions.
Kind of curious, are folks still thinking about soil testing?
Some guys, I think, were thinking that just because of that warm weather and they didn't get that chance last fall, but the majority of the guys I talked to are just going off of previous samples and going to wait for next year to soil test.
Okay. Good advice. Stephanie, you take care. Have a great day, okay?
You too. Bye.
Stephanie Zelenko. We'll be right back. The name of the game in farming is profit. And if you want to put more profit into farming, get the help and seasoned sound advice you need from the pros at Star of the West. Sure, the question of selling or storing your harvest is an important one. And Star of the West, with today's technology, can give you the up-to-the-minute information you need to make the right decision, one that certainly affects profits. That's just one reason why you should take your corn, your soybeans, any of your crops to Star of the West. The other is well-trained, experienced, knowledgeable people who are true professionals in agribusiness. Star of the West offers you stability that no other firm in the area can approach. This means that people who are in the same positions year after year get to know your needs better and in general know the business better. Since 1870, Star of the West has been and continues to be the one to trust. Star of the West, keeping the valley growing since 1870. Frankenmuth, Reese, Richville, Guerra, and Cass City. We'll be back at 12:30 with an update, so you stick around for that. Now we conclude our program with the playing of our national anthem.
Broadcasting from the Stormmaster